Notice the defense coordinator on the sideline?
I guess that's the answer right there, huh?
You heard Fred. That was the difference, getting Steve Wilks from the booth down to the sideline for the 49ers defense. Now, I know he's joking and everything, but take a listen to Fred Warner and what he had to say about Steve Wilks, Ambry Thomas, Chase Young, and everything in between right here.
It was good. It was good having him down there, and the communication was flawless. And yeah, it was good having him down there.
Eric said he could feel his energy. Sorry.
I was just like, did you have an opportunity to, like, were you in his ear at all during the game between series?
You know, I think it was pretty similar, honestly. I think the thing was just kind of like us being we just going into it. We wanted to make sure the communication was good in terms of the microphone, him getting the calls to me, and I thought he did a great job.
That was the first time he could directly speak to you during
the
calls,
right? Yeah.
Any difference, like just what that was like?
There's always going to be an adjustment period. I don't know if he's ever done it, honestly, because I know he's always been in the box. So I think he did a great job being down there today.
Did you guys come out today feeling like you had something you needed to prove as a unit?
I mean, I'd say so. Obviously, there's been we had 3 games that just wasn't us, you know, and we had to get back to playing 49er football, especially on the defensive side. And I've spoken on it. You know, we had to take pride in what we were putting on tape, and today I feel like we did that.
Do you feel like the defensive line set the tone for today's game? 3 sacks in the first half, 5 sacks by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think as a group, you know, I think we played complementary football. I think obviously up front we got a lot of pressure up front to make his life difficult, and in the back end, you know, using our disguises and being sticky and covered. I think that's what kind of made it a little difficult for Lawrence.
Frank, can you elaborate a little bit on that? That just Lawrence gets the ball out really quick usually, and he was patting it a little bit today. What were you doing on the back end there, just kind of forcing that?
Yeah, I think early on just giving them different looks, you know, not just you know, we wanted to make sure we gave great disguises in the back end to give those guys up front more time to kind of make them pat that ball, and just, you know, give them a lot of different looks throughout the game.
Talk about the defensive line and the back end. To the second level, you guys have some decent players there too. Dre Greenlaw, he was banged up the last couple of weeks. Did you notice more of a pep in his step today? I think he led the team in tackles.
Absolutely. Anytime we got Dre out there healthy, it completely changes the defense. He's such a great player. Love playing alongside of him. The physicality that he brings, the hunt to the football, playmaking ability, he does it all. So it was big having him back out there healthy.
How do you think Chase Young fit in?
I think he fit in great. I guess that was the missing link right there to playing dominant defense again. So it was so good having him out there, man. He brings such great energy. He's obviously such a physical and dominant player. So I'll have to watch the tape to see how he truly did. But it felt like his presence was felt.
A couple more for Fred. Toughest interception you ever made?
Yeah, that was pretty tough, man. I have to say, Trevor Lawrence, he throws a good ball. It came a nice spiral to me. That's my bad. I should have said that. But
you could sense it was kind of the way the pressure was getting to him.
Yeah, you know, just kind of the flow of the game. I felt like all game I'd been kind of jumping the check down when we were in zone coverage, and so later in the game, kind of got to have a situation. I sunk back a little bit in that dig window, and he just threw it.
What have you seen from Ambry Thomas during practice throughout the week?
Man, just confidence. You know, confidence, and that's truly the difference right now. I feel like he's been getting better and better every week, just waiting for his opportunity, and I think he made the most of it today. Obviously, he made that big play on the sideline, but you know, I think he just competed his tail off all week and then leading into today.
All
right.
Thanks, Fred.
I think one of the more interesting things to come out of the whole Steve Wilks out of the booth to the sideline is that I didn't actually understand or knew there was a difference between who was actually calling the plays to Fred Warner. As you guys know, Fred Warner wears the green dot, which means he has the microphone and the speaker in his helmet so he can hear and the calls can be relayed from the sideline. Well, it hasn't been Steve Wilks who's calling the plays in. This is actually the first time with him on the sideline that he actually has to communicate to Fred Warner in real time through the headset. So that was new. I did not know that, and I guess they did a pretty good job at it overall. I know we made a lot about Steve Wilks going from the booth to the sideline, but it feels like the defense responded. They played with a lot of juice, a lot of confidence, And whatever issues that may have occurred throughout the game, they did not last long. So I don't know if that was a function of communication. We saw plays where Charvarius Ward would go out and make a play, and Steve Wilks is right there pumping him up. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how much of an impact it made for Steve Wilks to go from the booth to the sideline. But so far, from what I can see from this game against the Jags, it was a positive. We also heard about, Chase Young out here being with the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, Fred's going to have to go back and watch the tape to really know how the impact was. But to get a sense of that you could feel Chase out there was pretty cool, and just everything in between, man. The 49ers defense, led by Fred Warner, were able to get things back on track. And what better way than in a dominant fashion against the Jags? But let me know what you guys think about what Fred Warner had to say, his reaction to Steve Wilks on the sideline, and everything else. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.